So Dad, it just finished cooking some sausage, some potato salad, and some corn. Tastes pretty good. I think I could just faintly, to the very crisp of what can be noticed, could smell the sausage from all the way over here. I'm currently in the process of trying to successfully complete the Battle Hardened 4 quest and Stronghold Kingdoms. In that regard, I'm currently at 248 enemy troops killed out of 500 needed within 24 hours, and I have 20 and a half hours to go. And I got to that number by attacking bandit camps, though I've had to sacrifice quite a bit along the way. Within my original village, I have a considerable army, 2 armed peasants that I hired by accident, 271 archers, and 125 pikesmen. I could attack this here larger bandit camp. In fact, I think that's what I might end up doing. Deciding to, in a way, go all in on this sort of strategy. I'm currently researching to have a Sally Forth of 9 knights. And then after that, I'll finish researching the Sally Forth technology, which will just be one more research after that. I accidentally spilled coffee in the morning around the time I had that double chocolate muffin. The coffee got to about this line, and I used the suction of my mouth to clean up the coffee. Since the spill was on my laptop, and it was more efficient that way. I think I've had a total of 3 cups of coffee today, including one that Dad intentionally left out in the fridge because at some point yesterday, or in the first hours of today, I mentioned that I would like cold brew. I've been simultaneously working on the 99th Dan Hamming, doing editing in Camtasia. It's a bit frustrating, but it's okay. I know that it's a sort of learning process. I'm still relatively new to the whole Camtasia editing. I'm getting my feet wet in a new beta version of Rapper Offline 1.3.0 to be exact. So had to deal with that inconsistency. And I've been working on this styrofoam drawing after I completed Red Hood for my dad. And now he would like me to do. He initially called her Firestar, but she's really Starfire and Raven. I'm familiar with them from Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. Though I seriously doubt that's ultimately where they're from. Perhaps they're part of either the Marvel universe or the DC universe. At this point, I don't even know the difference between those two universes. Maybe Spider-Man is part of Marvel and the Fantastic Four are part of DC, but that's pretty much just a somewhat confident guess. Based off of vague memories. Either way, the sausage was pretty good. I think I'm ready to take on another episodic event. I've certainly made some preparations for it. Although recent upgrades I made in order to complete a quest, specifically to get this workshop put down, has resulted in me using up much of my population surplus. That's why I upgraded this residence. It no longer makes sense trying to have one of every level workshop and residence within my city in Elvenar when there are so many ancient wonders to build within this game. Not to mention having to steadily dedicate more and more space to your settlements for each chapter. Once you've gotten to the point I've gotten to, the first settlement is on the dwarf chapter, which I recall as the 6th chapter. Something like that. In the morning, I was able to complete a bunch of side quests due to having either already completed the objective or it being relatively easy to complete the objective. They should have gave me that one before I completed the elixir manufactory upgrades, but oh well, I'll be sure to reach that point at some point. Perhaps I'll establish another scrolls manufactory, since I'm also boosted in that. But I think in order to do something like that, I would have to maybe get this culture building. But I know that at some point it would become considerably outdated. I will advance through the chapters over time. I think around 1 p.m. I took a YouTube creator survey that was offered to me when I checked the channel manager tabs. And I tried my best to give my honest opinion, gut feeling regarding my responses to the questions they had for me. I think around 3 p.m. It's currently 6:43 p.m. right now. Dad accidentally spilled this glass that was most of the way full of water, and most of it ended up spilling out. He assumed it was empty because I decided to refill it without telling him so that I was doing that. After filling that glass up the first time. Since I know that it's healthy to drink water. And earlier today I tried to get up many times because the realization that I'm nearly 300 pounds with a BMI of about 41, if my guess that I'm 5'11" is correct. I realize that puts me at an increased risk for heart disease and other conditions. And when I went in for my last platelet donation, I had at least a borderline high blood pressure. I know that if I can lose at least 10 pounds, it'll reduce my risk by just that much more. But I feel perfectly fine at the moment. If not, a little bit tired. Yes, sometimes I'll get a bit of heartburn, and at least what I think is heartburn. And by way of trying to resolve that, at times is by drinking water. And that's what prompted the refill. But I'm feeling perfectly fine now. And also, I believe around 12:30 today, I sent in an application for a position in a paralegal job. Even though I don't think I'm qualified for it because I live hundreds of miles away from New York City. And I know next to nothing about commercial real estate, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just thinking that having a bachelor's of arts for criminal justice should at least make me qualified for at least an entry level paralegal career. And that's my current belief based off my experiences, but I feel that it wasn't wise to have not done an internship over any of my summers while I was in college, but they also say that doing an internship doesn't really significantly increase your chances of being hired based off of an Adams Ruin Everything clip I watched off of YouTube.